Jolan Tru Centurions, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates Mod. I'm Admiral Tarek of the battleship RS Calum, as we continue our campaign against the Hydran Star Kingdom. And last time, well, we've managed to capture the Hydran homeworld of 111. I'm not actually sure what it's really called. We should probably look into that at some point, but for now, it is the planet of 111, which we have managed to completely dominate and control with an Empire defense of 50 and a cartel defense of 100 and an economy of 100, which is very nice. So, with that massive boost to our economy, we need to set out into space to continue our major campaign in wiping out the rest of the entire Hydran nation and bringing them under our control. After all, the entire galaxy will be a much safer, better place if the Romulans are just involved of, well, everything. So let's kick our things into high gear, overload the plasma torpedoes so they can be maximally effective, get ourselves up to our admittedly not tremendous speed, but hey, we're working on it. It should be great shortly. Buff up the forward shield to maximum power, as we are in a chase position, which is less than ideal, as we're not exactly the fastest thing in the universe. Let's do a quick scan of the groups. We got freighters, more freighters over here, and a heavy cruiser, and our friend over here, the RS Sweet. The Sweet is quite clearly some form of escort vessel. Yeah, it's an escort light cruiser equipped with 4 D-type plasma torpedoes and a single R. So that R is one heck of a punch, but I don't think that that consists of the entire show of what this thing is capable of doing. I'm baffled that we're still slowly accelerating up to speed. Am I missing a phaser? Because my thing is not charging up to maximum. Huh. I'm gonna go check. Are we missing a phaser? We are missing a phaser, and we have damaged engines. I don't seem to recall damaged engines on this ship before, but you know what? I'm just going to run with it because, hey, we have the time and the money to fix this engine without too much trouble. So we can now start surging forward to our maximum speed. We'll get in behind the entire convoy and we'll wipe them all out. It'll be great! After all, our enemy is only a pirate, and he is equipped with 2 D-type plasma torpedoes, which means I don't want to put my pseudo-frigates anywhere near this guy, because D-type plasma torpedoes are especially damaging to pseudo-frigates. I've noticed that they absolutely annihilate them in just very few salvos, especially early ones, although ours are, well, the most advanced that Romulan money can buy. So perhaps we don't have to worry quite as much about that. Our plasma torpedoes are about to be fully charged, which should give us a little bit of energy back. There is a small energy rebate on some of our plasmas. And yeah, we can add in an additional like 2 points of power. We are not fast, but we make up for that in hilarious amounts of firepower. I mean, you bring to the table 16 phaser X's, which just, that potentially right there can deal 160 damage if we fire it in normal mode. If we fire it in like superpower mode, we can deal 240 damage in overload mode on those phasers. Like, it's crazy amounts of firepower. And we've got 6 phaser 3s in back, just in case you were a little bit bored with the normal phasers. We then add to that 2 Rs, 2 Ss, and 2 Fs, which that right there is more hilarious amounts of firepower. It's 200 damage of plasma. So it's phenomenal. It's not as good, honestly, as the advanced bombardment cruiser, but hey, we bring it in the full package, baby. We just have a hilarious amount of firepower. Alright, I'm just gonna kick it on maximum engine power, because we do have to catch this convoy at some point. I don't anticipate it being a problem to, kill them all, but, ooh, the Sweet is losing. The Sweet has lost two of its phaser X's, and otherwise has lost a couple of shields, whereas he is completely untouched, aside from several of his shields, but I'm gonna be willing to bet he's not quite untouched, but I'm willing to bet that he managed to avoid the first salvo, thanks to, well, frankly, the AI being a little bit dumb. So we're just gonna pull up behind this guy and start nailing him. Now, a couple of people have mentioned that the AI is somewhat painful, and I have to agree wholeheartedly. At some point in the semi-near future, I do want to get a game going with just a couple of friends of the channel to maybe just play through a little bit of Starfleet Command. Because why not? It's one of those sorts of why not sort of deals. Oh, you have a significant amount of firepower, actually. Phasers, yeah, get in there. That's just enough, lovely. You are the last one in the front line, aside from the one guy back. But yeah, I do intend to, at some point in the next couple of months, to make a little bit of time to be able to move forward with starting to play on multiplayer a little bit with a few friends of mine. And maybe some people from the Discord as well. After all, the people on the Discord have definitely proven themselves to be friends of the channel. Not quite sure how we'll pick if we do, or if we just make one big server or just play on the Dynaverse server as it is. But I think I'm going to need a second shot, just to make sure. Okay, that's a hit. Broken. Ooh, is he going to be able to? He did. So I'll have to finish him off the good old-fashioned way. But yeah, that is definitely sort of on the docket of things that I intend to get done over the next several months. So, wow, you're not dead. Okay, now you're dead. Oh, there goes the sweetness. So it's a good thing that I still have quite a lot of phaser or plasma torpedoes. We're going to slow down, see if we can't get more charging going on. We've knocked out almost all of the freighters. Just one left, and it's not a particularly good one. Now you, I don't remember what you had. You had D-type plasma torpedoes, and that was all I could remember. So unfortunately, we're going to have to find this out more or less the hard way. It's not going to be the most damaging thing, I don't imagine. We'll probably be able to just get in here and totally ruin his day. Send in a plasma torpedo. Let's see how he handles this. Immediately begin our jink maneuver towards the freighter so that when we come back it'll be great. So 2 D-types and just a whole bunch of phasers. Which, to be fair, if you're early on in the X era, just a whole bunch of X phasers is not a terrible setup. Like, it's the medium laser. It's the medium laser of Starfleet Command. Well, actually, no, the phaser 1 is the medium laser of Starfleet Command. But still, it's very effective. It's not super power effective because you get 1 for 10 with a normal phaser. You only get 1 for 7. You get 1 for 7.5. So there's a loss of efficiency there. So I suppose it's the ER medium lasers. But yeah, definitely some loss in efficiency. But it is a fairly powerful setup. I'm gonna just sort of kind of park here at this point, just to make sure I can bounce anything he wants to throw at me. Plus, we're in a great range to take advantage of what's about to happen to him. So, there go all your shields, and now I can just rip you in half. Hi, that was your last protector. Just letting you know, so that you can prepare. You may want to abandon ship at this point. I mean, we're probably not going to pick up the life pods, because we're Romulans, but still, yeah. Now might be a good time to recheck your life insurance policy, all that. Prepare the tractor beam. We'll use the remainder of our plasma torpedo armament, which is a fairly considerable plasma armament. And he's dead. Beautiful. We're not the most graceful convoy assault ship, but we are okay at it. 218 for a job well done. And tile neutral. Alright, so we are definitely shoving down pretty hard on them. They are very, very much on the back foot. Stop back home. Hi, shipyard, what do you got? What do you have for me? We have NHKs, Nova Hawks. I remember when I thought they were Neo Hawks, and it's like, then someone came on and was like, no, they're Nova Hawks. I'm like, that is so cool. So we're still on just XCAs. I don't think I want an XCA, if I'm going to be perfectly frank. It's a terrible armament. It's basically 120 damage in plasma, just because it's got 6 plasma torpedoes, but they're all plasma F power. So not super interested in that. So the Plasma X's are interesting. They do come with a couple of point defense systems, but I want to take a look at the X-type light cruisers. So 4 Plasma Fs, there should be a Plasma Destroyer. Yeah, that's 4 Gs and 2 Fs. So 6 Plasma Torpedoes, which is pretty cool, not gonna lie. So maybe the Advanced Plasma Destroyer, or... yeah, I think that's what we'll want. Just to thicken up our salvos even more. It's not a particularly great escort. It does have a pair of G-type plasma torpedo or G-type phasers on top of that, as well as, you know, plasma torpedoes, as well as a D. Man, that might be better than I thought. Yeah, because that's reliable across the entire X-type line. Check out an X-type frigate that we almost never get. So the XFP is the Advanced Plasma Frigate, is 2 Gs and 2 Fs, so 4 plasma torpedoes, 80 damage to fill out. No, this is 1 X. The Escort has 2 Plasma Ds. So, you know what? I think we're going to be on the lookout for 2 XDPs just to serve as flanking ships for us. Or maybe even just go full-on heavy cruisers of some description, just to increase the firepower. We could actually pick up a King Vulture. Oh, we would not do that. That would be a bad idea. That would be many bad ideas. But we will certainly keep on the lookout. Okay, shipyard supply. Let's get through all of this so we can set out and do more damage to the enemy. After all, we have the enemy on the back foot. We must exploit this. No patrol that we need to take. So, oh, they took it right back. You jerks. You know, I'm going to attack your planet. You're going to try and go around me. I'm going to go right for the jugular. We're going to go and we're going to start bombing every single one of the special little shipyards that you think that you can have maintained. Because we will destroy them with our superior firepower. We have brought 2 B-11 battleships. I can only imagine what the enemy is currently equipped with. Although I can see that not a single dreadnought is in this group. So that is very unfortunate. Let's go take a scan. So they have a light cruiser, a heavy cruiser, and a heavy cruiser. Now, Hydra and heavy cruisers can be pretty good, but neither of these are carriers. They're IRQs, HDWV2X, so really it's a heavy war destroyer, and an OVX Oscar. None of these are carriers, so I'm not worried about these at all. We are being escorted by the IKV Deedslayer, which is a B-11 battleship. So that's the biggest battleship currently in game. Although we might be a little bit bigger than him, just in terms of like size, because not necessarily internal volume. And also the IKV Deathslayer, which is a B-11V super carrier. Now it's not as good of a carrier as a Monarch class battleship carrier, but still, you're working on a pretty significant level. Let's increase the speed and get ready to rock and roll. We have quite a bit of power in the forward shield, and we want to make use of half of it. Well, okay, more than half. Start turning on the tractor beam just in case, because I could actually just roll in and bully these guys, especially this light cruiser. It's a heavy war destroyer. Yeah, it's going to have, like... I'll be generous. I'll say he's got 2 Hellbores, 2 fusion cannons, and a Gatling center mount. Well, there's 1 fusion cannon. He's probably got 2 Hellbores and a single fusion then? Because that only looked like a single beam. Oh, you have a lot of fighters though. Alright, so you got three fusions, but you got a lot of fighters. Okay, I'll give you some credit for that. Hellbore hits. Start to slow down. More Hellbore. Lots of Hellbore hits, actually. Start getting down into speed. Hi. You're dead. Am I dead too? You know what? We're going to have to fight this. Phasers engaged. Didn't have to fight that, actually. That was a total waste of energy. Into cloak go we. So we're going to slip away and head on towards friendly lines. Mainly the Deedslayer, because the Deedslayer is a little bit more powerful. Slightly more powerful than what, the Deathslayer? Yes. So we have the Slayers with us. So always work with Slayer. They will bring you forward. I don't think you stand much of a chance, because a Klingon B-11 is one of the best... It's one of the best battleships that the AI can use, because it is very simple, it is very straightforward, and you kind of can't screw it up. None of its weapons take a super long time to charge. Every single weapon on that ship is a 1-turn charge, unless you overload. So it's not like he can fire his plasma torpedoes and have them all wasted. He has 12 missile launchers on board, but what does that matter? Oh, actually, no, the Deathslayer doesn't have the 12. He's only got the 6. So he took out half of them so he could cram in a fighter bay. So what use that fighter bay is to him, I'm not entirely sure, but that's what he's got. 4 Hellbores is a fairly decent armament, but really, the AI coming in close with that, nah, he should be at high speed sprinting around the battle just lobbing shells and letting his fighters get in close to do some dirty work. Although, when you've got B-11s, they have enough AMDs to basically make it so they don't care. So the B-11s have at least 4 AMDs. The B-11Vs don't even have a targetable, whatchamacallit? God, AMD. So you can't even knock it out with Marines. I don't know if you can knock it out just by destroying ship systems, but you'll notice, no AMD. This ship, there's the AMD. So I don't know if that's an oversight or a deliberate choice that they made. He stopped. He crash stopped. Oh, you've got a King Condor and 2 B-11 super battleships on you. Yeah, we saw that coming. Okay. Onward to the next target. So now we just need to wait for our systems to all charge up so we can start sprinting on towards the Star Docks. Luckily for us, the Star Docks are easy to take down. So, not a whole lot of concern for that one. Whole bunch of fighters coming in. They may actually be able to wipe out the Star Docks on their own, which would be fairly impressive. Fighters normally suffer against Star Docks because Star Docks do have certain defenses. But, maybe not. 9, 13. Yeah, he's got 13 fighters. So, a D and an F, that's not going to end well for you. Okay, so let's through time. And send in a pseudo-plasma torpedo. 1, this will silence the guns, which will allow this guy to get away, should, you know, it happen in time. No, that's a plasma torpedo. Show me his little target. Do I have the shuttle in target? I do. Okay. Now we just wait for that to go away, and then we annihilate it completely. Start to pick up speed, because it takes forever to actually move this bucket. I love the ship, but it is very sluggish at the helm. For obvious reasons, it's the biggest dreadnought that we can possibly get. It is our battleship, and our battleship is considerably powerful. Alright, so the first one taken care of. The B-11 sort of milling about over in the background. Oh no, they're making concerted effort and in formation. That is lovely. Oh, they do actually look quite nice together. I'm not 100% sold on how the B-11 looks, but it does look quite nice. So we'll just slide on up to this one and just fire onto him and do the exact same thing all over again. So start to chill. And prepare the pseudo-plasma torpedo. That can't actually hurt me. I mean, you can try, but you obviously tried and failed. Okay, that's dead. Now we just wait for it to go away. 3, 2, 1, and it's gone. And so are you. On to the last one. And we can finish off this mission with flying colors. Not a single penetration of our shields, although I do think we got them down to green for a little bit, but that did not last. Unfortunately for them, they just do not have the sort of firepower that would be required to crack, you know, 3 phenomenal battleships. Okay, the B-11V I don't think is quite as good as the B-11X is. I think that the reduction of 6 missile launchers is really kind of not worth it, in my opinion. Although, maybe if you made a MIRVs. Yeah, if the B-11V had 6 MIRVs, that would make it worth it. Fighters and MIRVs. Oh, that actually would be pretty thematic. 450 prestige for a job well done. Damage to the planet is down to an Empire defense of 65. Let's pop up over here into empty space. And the enemy has taken it because they're retreating from the last location they used to be. So let's go give the stick to whoever decided that they were actually going to start moving through our territory. Because it is going to become our territory. The enemy, they don't get to have it. These are the rules that were set forth, not by me, but by the universe. The Romulans are the only ones who actually deserve to have any of this. So, we will take it as what is ours. Clearly, that is... Oh, the enemy wasn't even here. Cool. That's fun. So they showed up and then they ran. Apparently, we accomplished an astounding victory. I'm not sure how, but I'm not going to argue. What do we got? Patrol, we'll take the patrol. Let's go get into a battle. Maybe this is the force that was running away? I mean, we didn't even get to scout them. It was a little bit disappointing. Red alert! Overload! Let's get ready. Although, battle alert. We wouldn't be so crass as to call it red alert. After all, who cares about the color red? After all, everything on your ship should be green. Did you not read the style guide? And so we go to battle alert. We are being escorted today by the RS Fendere, and the Fendere is equipped with an R and 2 S's, which is not bad for a light cruiser. Wow, there's actually quite a few. Frigate, freighter. Easy peasy. So the 2 frigates should be basically not even worth firing at. I'm going to set my phasers to overload, and we're probably going to be able to kill them with just that. Kick it a little bit more speed, and then we'll have the plasma torpedoes annihilate this. By that point, my phasers should be regenerated, come back over here and kill everything. Oh god, you are just so very pathetic. How are you alive? Okay, you're dead. Give me the next one. Hi, buddy. You are much more aggressively oriented. I suppose I can give you that much. But I'm going to see if I can't kill you with just phasers. You're dead. Stop in the name of love. Yeah. About that. Oh, the little pseudo-frigate mob right there. Just suddenly like, surprise! He was in the center of just... Oh, that was beautiful. I love it. Good job there. Very, very proud of you. So... what do we get for knocking out the smallest little pathetic 104? That's reasonable. That is. We didn't really fight anybody worth fighting. Let's go over here, just make sure that they do not have the ability to sort of try and push back here. Apparently they're not here at all. Surprised reversed. I don't think the enemy's gonna last very long with this mission. Just because of the way the surprise reversed. Oh, we're in the far position. Okay, so that's gonna help him out a lot. And it's the Federation. Plasma torpedoes to enveloping the place. That does take a considerable amount of power, but by the time that we are finished charging the phaser capacitor, we have not yet gotten up to the speed called for. So we actually don't waste anything by doing this. It's kind of hilarious that way. As you can see, we have all kinds of power that we now get to use, and we still haven't reached it. So I will immediately switch up to that. How much power do I have? Lots, loads. We're a very, very large ship. We generate a ton of power. 84 power is stupid high amounts of power. So we are squaring off against... Oh, there is a heavy cruiser. And it does appear to be a new heavy cruiser. So according to the fleet screen, we're dealing with a new command cruiser. Ooh. Not quite a Reliant. The Reliant is actually a class in this game, but something to be noted. An FFLX, which has 2 G-type plasma torpedoes, is fairly impressive for the Federation once you stop to think about it. The frigate leaders, they bring a lot of firepower to the table. I mean, for a Federation ship. The addition 40 damage of that is just, it's crazy. How are you not dead? Did I not overload my phasers? I get the feeling we didn't overload. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. And you're dead. And make sure that we present our stern to the FFG so I can... Oh, far too much. That was gaudy. I should attempt to not do so much. Plasma torpedoes to normal mode will give me a lot more power to just sort of maneuver into the proper position. And 58 damage to you, sir. That phaser was able to reduce it by exactly 2 points power, and he lost his forward phasers and shocked a whole bunch of the rest of the parts of the ship. Don't worry, we're here to help. Just prepare to accept our energy transmission beam. Let's destroy the Enterprise before. Alright, so coming through along to the last ones, just a couple of police vessels. They really shouldn't get here. Let's be honest, you're outside your jurisdiction here, buddy. Last target. Any plasma? Any weapons at all? Shouldn't have quite hit just red alert to fire everything, because if the plasma torpedoes had fired at that moment, they would have destroyed our forward shield. Because our forward shield splash damage cannot handle our own salvo. So just be very wary of that. We actually look really good in that picture. Alright, and the tile taken. But that's going to do it for today's episode. I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit the like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every time I post one of these videos, press that little bell icon. Join us for the streams on Saturdays at 5 o'clock. Share the video, and I will see you all in the next episode.